So let's assume that you have a production problem. So Mike Bishop has sent you an email and said, my order has failed, tell me why. The first thing you probably want to do is have a look at the error message, but if the error message is coming from Iris, you probably want to find that order in Iris and have a look at the audit trail. So you can use the iOS Plus Order Pad, but I think it's easier to use the iOS Plus Order Search, which is this little one up here. So iOS Plus Order Search brings up this window here, so you can fill in whatever it is you know about the order. So assume you know the stock it was on. Just pick a stock. You know if it's active. If it's still active, means it's still in the market, or if it's all orders, it means it's been cancelled. This time of the day, everything's been cancelled, so we'll pick all orders. Pick a date. You can pick a time. Your destination settings, so if you only want to look for ASX orders, or you only want to look for best market orders, or whatever it is you'd like to look for. Let's just go play, see what we come up with. So this is a list of all the orders that were placed today in AIO. So again, it's going to depend on what you're looking for. If it's something that's come out of CST, it's obviously going to have CST8_A as the account. So you can filter on account if you like, but there's not much else going on here. If you know more about the order, so if you know, for instance, what the volume was, what time it was placed, what the order kind of price, anything to narrow it down. So you can see here we've got best market and ASX CP. If I scroll across a little bit, you can see we've got date time fields somewhere as well. There they are, date time fields. Iris isn't going to give you any easy way of kind of directly reconciling between what you know your APAMA order number is and what you can see in Iris. It does display the information, but it doesn't give you any way to easily search for it. So if you know that in APAMA your child order number is this, you can find it in Iris, but you won't be able to search for it. So if you have to use the fields that you know we already talked about, like stock and date and volume and price and anything like that you can use to kind of narrow down your search window. Time as well. There's nothing wrong with this order, but let's assume that it had failed, and you could see a failed status over here potentially, or maybe something was impending. You click on the action status column. It's a link. If you click on that link, it'll bring up the iOS Plus audit trail. So obviously the audit trail is a list of, or a record of all the actions that have happened to that order over the course of its life. So this is a fairly active order. It started a very long time ago, but generally speaking, you'll be able to see things like trades that have occurred, any amendments that have occurred. You'll be able to see failures. There'll be error messages in this audit trail. So it'll give you a bit of an idea of, you know, if an order has failed, what has been happening up to the point where it's failed. So the production problem that happened the other day was to do with done volume. So we were able to see from the audit trail that the amendment that was being requested, the volume was greater than the remaining done volume on that order, so we could see where the order was getting rejected. You can also, in the audit trail, map that back to the fix messages. So obviously any order that's created in fix is also rejected in fix. It's primary client